hello. How is everyone doing? All right. Another live broadcast. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Saturday. I told you that I think when I spoke with you yesterday, I told you I was going to try to go live today around 5, but it wound up being just a little bit later as I'm setting up interviews. Sometimes things happen. I don't know, James. It's Saturday night. Uh, Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. Who knows? We know how Saturdays are. They are precious. How you doing, DJ Basco? Um, and I was supposed to come on earlier, but let me explain. So I told you I have some wonderful guests coming on tomorrow. How you doing? I'll do roll call momentarily. And make sure you are here tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Miss Prosperity and her crew, they are setting those Chicago City Council meetings on fire, as they should. So I was talking to her. I was also talking, if you were here yesterday, you know, the Arena Uncensored was here. He also has a channel. He has the same ideology, the same thoughts that we have as it relates to this country. So I was talking with him as well. He's coming on the show. So as I told you, I'm always trying to bring as many people as I can so that you can hear other people's perspective. And that's why I didn't come on at 5. I was trying to get everything lined up and ready for you, especially for tomorrow. And then with the Arena Uncensored, he'll be on with us next week. All right. Okay. I think it's safe to do the roll call now. If you're here, do me one slight favor. Just go ahead and hit that like button for me. It won't cost you a thing. I promise. We're trying to trigger their YouTube logarithm so that we can bring more people into the conversation. Now, let's see who's here. How are you doing? Cha-Cha, Isaiah, James, Baldwin Birds, Richard, DJ Basco. Hope everyone's doing all right. And just wanted to come before you for a very short period of time. You know how it is. I say that, and then we start having some wonderful conversations, and we have more people to drop in, and it's difficult for us to get away. But I'll be here as long as you want me to be. All right. Look at the title. Now, if you were not here, when was it? Friday night. Check it out, folks. We had a wonderful time, and I shared some information with everyone. Some people were familiar with it, some people were not. That's fine. And we know that the Democrats are pulling out all stops, and they always go to something that has worked for them before in the past. Now, if you were here and you enjoyed last night's live stream, let me know. If you were not here, how you doing, Mary? Mary, send me an email so I can send you something for your birthday, please, dear. And I'll type in my email. It's LSIBERT, and that would be at ymail.com. So that's a lowercase y. So, Mary, I just sent you my email, love, and that's an L, not an I, okay? And so, DJ, kind of busy. DJ, I just dropped a link. What do the Democrats always do? They always go back to the same old drawing board, to their same bag of tricks. Things that have worked, they go right back to it. So, the video from yesterday, again, and Obama's receiving some blowback for this. You know, they always go to him when it's time to get Black people out, get them energized, get them out to vote for Democrats. So the video yesterday, Obama scolds Black men. So that's what he does. He talks to them like he's the master and they are the slaves. And so I've been on YouTube a lot today as well. How you doing, Andrew? Yeah, I know, Andrew. I'll have to check that out when we're done. And that's probably a lot of people are probably watching it. But I'm glad all of you who are here. That's fine if we don't have 100 people like we normally do. That is fine. If there's one person here, I'll still be talking, right? But because the information still has to be disseminated. And so we know. How you doing, Sacred Grove? Yes, let's deport. I'm for that. Okay. But we know they always get Obama out because he seems to have the magic touch, getting people energized, getting people motivated, of course, to go out and vote for Democrats. We've already discussed it. He wants a fourth term. That's what this is all about. How you doing, Darnell? And we've said that. We know who's been running this country. This was Obama's third term. He's trying to make it a fourth. If you listen to how he is, right, Dorian, Crimea River, if you listen to the statements that he makes, it sounds like he's campaigning. Now, at the end of his statement, he'll add Kamala's name, but it sounds like he's campaigning for himself, and he is. How you doing, the Arena Uncensored? Glad you made it. Hope you're home and you're safe and off of the roads. Now, tell me in the comments section if you are familiar with this title. Obama says Black men are misogynistic, blames Black men for the Democratic failures. Okay. Measured Man, how are you, love? Glad that you made it back. And so DJ said, this is hilarious. The Obama rescue moment. Ha ha ha. He knows Kamala ain't doing good. He has to look cute and convincing. Yes, DJ, but the only difference is people, and I was talking on the phone to the Arena Uncensored earlier today. He better learn to read the room. His magic, the little pixie dust that he used to blow on people and it would make people just do whatever he said, those days are gone. This is Dorian gets it. This is not 2008. People are awake. They see where this country is going. They don't like it. People are struggling financially. Exactly. Darnell, thank you, Obama. Now I'm voting early for Trump. Darnell gets it. So, right measured man, long gone. But he's out here chastising Black men. Right? He's an elitist and he has arrogance. He's not reading the room. And he's pointed to them. If you're not voting or if you're voting for Trump, something's wrong with you. I thought this was America and that you were free to vote for who you wanted to vote for. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm in China and I'm mixed up, cognitively speaking. Maybe this is China instead of America. Dorian says we are not listening to Soldier Boy doing the stanky leg anymore. Right, Dorian? No one's listening to millionaire rappers who are not struggling financially like the average American is. James, look at the body language. I want all of you, if you've never taken a psychology course, please do. That's some of the best courses I've taken were psychology courses. You look at that body language and those facial expressions, it never lies. All right, first super chat of the night. Measured Man, thank you so much, dear, for the super chat. I am flooding the comment section with hearts just for you. Now, it says, we get enough stuff dropped at our feet. This is like Biden. If you don't vote for me, you ain't Black. Measured Man gets it. What is the difference? They stole democracy once, making her the nominee. Exactly. That's what they do. They steal. We know they stole the last election. That's what they do. And so I had some information to share with you because, like I said, Obama's getting some blowback. So Democrats, he can't save you. Her campaign is not going to make it. And so I just had a little bit of info to share with you here. And let me see. Even Maher, and you know how he is. He's saying election not looking great for Harris. Hope you guys can see that. I'm sharing my screen with you. And I mean, if you're having now, you first of all, you sold us on the fact that okay, now she's black. So, but you can't get black. You're having problems getting black men to vote for her. That's an issue. Now, listen to what they're saying. When you have an African American candidate, you probably shouldn't be having to shore up your support among black men. And we know Maher is an HBO host. First of all, again, she is not African American. Stop it. Measured Man, Nina Turner stood 10 toes down and said flat, right. And Measured Man, we'll have to make sure we're going to see what they're going to do to her. They're going to punish her some kind of way. Mary, yes, I did. Thank you in the chat. Oh, yeah, Mary. All right, there we go. HBO host Bill Maher suggested that Vice President Kamala Harris's prospects for winning the 2024 presidential election aren't looking too good, less than a month out from November 5th. During Friday's episode of Real Time with Bill Maher, and I'm sure none of you watched that show, the comedian commented on the state of the race, declaring that the fact that the Democratic Party is having to prod black men into supporting Harris is a bad sign. Exactly. And I got to say, it's not looking that great for the Democrats, he said at the start of his show Friday night. And we know which side of the aisle he's on. He continued, this is not a good sign. You know, when you have why is he calling her an African American candidate when we know that is not true? Harris's challenges with appealing to black male voters was especially pronounced this week when former President Barack Obama ripped into black men during a campaign stop in Pittsburgh for not being as enthusiastic about Harris's presidential bid as they were for his 2008 and 2012 political campaigns. And so, again, when you look at everything Obama is saying, he is saying nothing about, she has these wonderful policies that can help you, that can help your family. He said nothing. Look at what he's saying, people. We have not seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all corners of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running, he said elsewhere, adding, I'm speaking to men directly. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president and you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons. So like I said, folks, and I won't, I did that show last night, but for those that weren't here, that's primarily what we talked about. It has nothing to do. What is he talking about? It has nothing to do with misogyny. How you doing? It's only me. It's only me. Perfect. I fell for his hope and change crap his first term. When I realized he was gay and pushing division and hate while rolling out the scene for trans makes Big Mike world. Who is still falling for it? No one. Right? It's only me. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. He doesn't realize, and his advisors need to let him know, people aren't listening to you like that anymore. The only men really, how you doing, Fridge Reaver? The only men really listen to him like that don't have any testosterone. They have the same primary hormone I have, estrogen, okay? Let's just keep it real. And they're afraid that, they're compromised. They have dirt on all of them. They have to stay in step and stay on code. Dorian, I can't imagine he said this in front of, Dorian, he would not have done that. Measured Man, Big Mike has learned to tuck better. Okay, Measured Man. So you understand what I'm saying, folks? And I have a video to share with you as well. And Measured Man. But I'm saying, why is he talking about energy and reasons for not supporting her? I did not. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I'm slow. Did anyone hear him say anything about She has this policy, this policy that will benefit you and your family. I will wait. No, of course not. And so that's just where we are, folks. People are hurting so bad. They're not going out here making these silly dilly decisions. They're thinking about it. But Measured Man, he was berating them, he was scolding them, and they sat there and said nothing. We looked at women for Nature's Urge made us care, and they look okay. All right, Fridge Reaver. Again, this is not American politics. This is a comedy act, right, Dorian? How you doing, Bob Trump? I have a feeling that many Democrats and rhinos are going to cry loudly from their little prison cells. So, right, Bob? They know what's coming. How you doing, Jermaine? We're glad you made it. Everyone who's here, please hit that like button. We are glad you are here and joining in the conversation. Well, Mary, that's what I thought. I thought that's why people fought. All Americans, white and black, and people of different, religions, Jews, everyone in the 60s marched, right, for voting rights, only to have him, the master, come to the slaves and try to take it back like they don't have brains. He thinks they're dumb. Why can't they vote for who they wish or choose to vote for? That is, make it make sense, because I don't understand it. Okay? And so a lot of people are upset. I was looking at a few videos today, and a lot of people, the real men, are speaking out, like saying basically what we were saying last night. How dare he? Who does he think he is? Measured Man, only thing Obama can explain to me is what happened to the chef. Measured Man, are they still looking for the chef? Measured Man, I had to go find my birth certificate to make sure my mom didn't lie to me about who my daddy was. Okay. It's very emasculating. Like, he's the father and they're the children. He's the master, they're the slaves. That's how he was talking to them. And we're not the only ones that feel like this. I looked at some YouTube videos today, and several content creators were saying the same thing. It's demoralizing, it's disrespectful, and that's defeating what you're trying to do. That's not going to make these men run out and vote for her. If anything, you are pushing them further away, which is good for the country. So, okay. Andrew said this has been an important rally too. Yeah, okay, Andrew. Yeah, I'll see it probably later on. I know that's where a lot of people are probably watching the rally. But a lot of people are saying the same thing that we're saying. So I have a little video to share with you. Dorian said, like, every black vote is for Kamala Harris. Right. People of all races and ethnicities and nationalities fought and died for us so that we can have the right to vote, only to have Obama, right, tell us who we have to vote for. Okay. Make it make sense. How you doing, Cat Mama? Terrence Williams is up in arms. Okay. Measured Man, Van Jones on TV crying again about we need you, brother. No, we don't. He started this downward spiral in this country. No, we don't. How you doing, Miss Brom? How are you? Glad you made it, sister. Cat Mama, glad you made it, sister. I need to send you some cat emojis. So that's what I'm saying, folks. He said it's unacceptable. If you did not see my video from last night, I'm dropping the link again. Please check it out. I wish, again, don't just listen to what Obama is saying. Watch his body language, watch his facial expression, and they're just sitting there like children listening to him instead of someone standing up. And folks, it's okay to stand up and say, sir, we're not voting for Kamala because of her past history, of what she's done to black and brown people when she was in California, and what she's doing so far as flooding this country with illegals. Okay. And it's depressing our wages. Why didn't someone, why couldn't one man have stood up and said that? That's not being disrespectful, people. Cha-Cha said Obama can kick right. Right, Miss Brom. Everyone's talking about what he said. I thought I sent you. How you doing, Frenchie? I thought I sent you the link yesterday, last evening. Maybe I didn't, but yeah, Barnes Homestead, leave the plantation. So, what is he trying to do? The master's trying to bring the slaves back to the Democratic plantation. Well, guess what? The slaves are suffering too much. They're not going back to the Democratic plantation. And he's angry and saying that Trump, why would you vote for someone? He's done nothing but denigrate you. You're the one who's doing that, sir. That's every time you go, and anytime it's time to vote, you're the one who goes and denigrates the black men. You don't talk to any other community like that. Miss Brom, yes. No one has to explain to anyone. That's a personal choice who you want to vote for. Again, people fought and died for that right. What gives him the right that he's so high and mighty to tell people who to vote for? And if you're not voting for her, oh, something's wrong. Oh, well, you just misogynistic. No, they're looking at their financial situation. How you doing, Joanne? And that's what, when people are hurting enough, they get out of all of that identity politics. Economically, when there's a struggle, yes, they're like, no, not doing this again. Right, Dorian, you're right. Some people said they're going to vote for Cornel West. A lot of people said they were just going to stay home. They don't like either candidate. Measured Man, so glad to see Sister standing in the gap for us, calling him out. Oh, Measured Man, he's being called out. Remember, every time it's like, remember that commercial? Well, you have to be a Generation Xer. Where are my Generation Xers that remember that commercial? When E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. So when E.F. Hutton talks, people would be like that. No, those days are gone. No one's listening to him. He's living in his mansion in Martha Vineyard, and he's telling you to vote for someone who's going to make it even more economically difficult for you and your family. No, I'm not voting for that. Jay Lee, how are you? Obama said to these young black men, be thankful that Michelle is not here. Yes, Jay Lee, he said that. Yes, trying to browbeat them into a guilt complex. Yes, Jay Lee, he sure did. You beat me to it. I was going to mention that. Like, I mean, who is he and who is she? Where is their freedom? Why can't they vote for who they choose to vote for? Measured Man, Lord, bring Joan Rivers back down here. Joan Rivers, I watched her as a kid. Hilarious. Yes, R.I.P. At first, Obama refused to support Kamala. So now he's changed his whole mind just for politics. MC, and it's all fake. He's just as fake as she is. We know he doesn't really care for Kamala. Yes, Dorian. And Joyless Reed wants to keep her checks coming. She's no better than Al Sharpton, the Congressional Black Caucus, the NAACP. I could go all these puppets and plants, these black preachers trying to get everybody to vote for the Democrats. Fridge Reaver, Roland told us before, vote for the results, not the who, lies and make empty promises. Right. You vote for someone, they don't keep their promises, you know what to do next election cycle. That's anyone that you vote for. Exactly. Joey. Joey's in the house. How you doing, Joey? Glad you made it. Oh, Biden trying to shame us. Remember, my friends, right. It's not working this time. This is not the first time he's done this. And people didn't really speak out against it like they are now. Measure Man, she need to check for all them wigs and edges. Measure Man, yes. Measure Man, Rolanda, Roly Poly was over there. Yes. And you know, all these actresses. And I had I think it was on Instagram. I wanted to show you guys that they had her on there, Jennifer Lewis. I love her movies. I love the shows she's on, but I'm not listening to you. You are an actress. I'm sure she's a millionaire. She's made several movies. You're not struggling. I'm not listening to you. I'm not. Miss Brom, I salute my brothers across America who get up and grind every day, doing back-breaking work to provide for themselves and their families, who struggle and worry paycheck to paycheck in the past 3.5 years. Exactly. Measured Man, talking about we had fake outrage. Sir, you showed naked butt cheek live on labor. Right, Measured Man? And all the black people, and I'm sure some of you are hearing on all these some of these outlets the brawl that broke out in Saginaw, Michigan. They're talking about that, where the some MAGA supporters jumped on a black man, and I mean, it is all over YouTube, and they are laughing that that's what he deserved. He shouldn't have been there anyway. And so I did a little digging, and he was a vendor. And he and the people who were involved, they were thrown out. But of course, they're saying, you know, it's racist, and that's why they jumped on them. They did done no research, but because the white guy jumped on the black guy, it had to be racism. Miss Brom, years, but figured it out and can't wait for November 5th. Right, Miss Brom, exactly. Those of you who are here, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. We're getting there. How you doing, Madison Rosby? 2023 it started. 2024 is continuing. People are being exposed for what they really are. Exactly. Okay, Joey. How you doing? Jesse Paris. B1, salute. Yes, Jesse, glad you caught us live. As we get closer and closer to the election, I'm trying to come on, you know, more than just Sundays. I'm trying to come on at least 2 days during the week because this is so vitally important. And I'm trying to get the word out. Everyone hit that like button for me. If you're enjoying this content, share this on your True Social, your Facebook, your Instagram pages. Baldwin birds, for real, so many people have been exposed this year. Reminder, always be a good person. Baldwin birds, good point. Yes. Yes. Jesse Paris. All right. We're so glad to have you here. And so I think that's one of the Arena Uncensored. Arena Uncensored. Go ahead and drop your links if you'd love to. Remember, folks, those of you who are just coming in, the Arena Uncensored would be my guest next Sunday. And since a lot of you are here now, please, 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 folks, make sure that you are here tomorrow. You will get an ear full. Miss Prosperity will be here, and she's bringing the whole gang. These are the people who are on the front lines fighting against the corruption of what's going on in Chicago. They are fighting for the people of Chicago so that they can get their due, right? They are not taking that crap that the governor, the mayor, the city councilman, they're not taking that crap. And they're telling those people about themselves, and I love it. So please make sure you are here tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're coming, and this is not hearsay. These are people who are in the fight. They are at the city council meetings. Okay, I got you, Arena Uncensored. And so, Shop Girl, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming, love. And so, yeah, no problem. Arena Uncensored. If you like my content, we're on the same page, folks. He just dropped his link. Please go ahead and sub him up. Yes, Measured Man, they got him $80,000 to redo his wife's office. Yes, Brandon Johnson. All these, everyone's being exposed. Just think what he could have done with $80,000 if he was really a man of the people, with all those homeless people there in Chicago. But since they're Americans, they can't get help. Come on, make it make sense. Hit that like button for me, folks. I'm enjoying this conversation. I have a video to share with you as well. So again, this is one of the guys that I watch on here on YouTube, Anton, and he's saying the same thing that we're saying. It's disrespectful, and no one's listening to what Obama's talking about. Those days are gone.
Joining me now is Xavier Durant.
So I'm going to get it started. Yeah, we're happy you're here, love. So let's listen and see. And the guy on the right, like I said, I watch him, Anton Daniels. He if you like my content, we're on the same page. So he's even saying, so people are standing up. They're not listening to what Obama's saying. So let's see what he has to say.
Rousseau, a former BLM activist, and Anton Daniels, a YouTuber, content creator. Xavier, let's start with you. You say you were personally, after watching them, offended by Obama's comments?
Absolutely. I mean, first of all, Obama's not as talented of a liar as he used to be. But quite frankly, my ancestors fought way too hard for me to have the ability to learn how to read, just for Obama to expect me to be so uneducated to think that I would vote for Kamala Harris simply because she claims to be a black woman. And I mean, if people want to stop having Kamala Harris be called a DEI hire, maybe he should stop trying to remind us of her demographic every 5 minutes. Black men not supporting Kamala has nothing to do with her being a woman. It has everything to do with her lack of accomplishments over the last 1,359 days.
Well, Anton, I'm watching this and I'm thinking to myself, the shtick is kind of worn thin with Obama, you know. Yeah. How you doing, Pittsburgh? You know, that whole, it just seems very 2002 or 3. I mean, 2008, I should say. Right? It doesn't quite have the same appeal as megastar-ish as he is.
You know, it's a Hail Mary pass, considering that we did vote him in based off of identity politics. And I'm not saying that all is bad, because he did do some things that I didn't necessarily disagree with that Trump absolutely did better than him. But at the same time, I felt that it was incredibly disrespectful, because he's making the assumption that we're not educated enough to lead our families, to look at the policies, to understand exactly what's going on with immigration. And we're supposed to overlook everything that they did over the last 3.5 years that was not in our favor. And when I say our, I'm talking about the American people, let alone men, let alone black men. And we're supposed to vote for her because of some misogynistic reason that's made up. And instead, we've learned how to educate ourselves. And now they've sent their Messiah back to rein us in and bring us back into the Democratic plantation. And most men that I've spoken with have said that it's absolutely disrespectful, and we're done with Obama.
Well, Xavier, again, when he says, "You're lucky Michelle's not here," he does. What is that supposed to mean? I mean, I guess it's supposed to be funny because she'll scold them in a more convincing or scarier fashion. It's kind of treating young black men as children, almost like you're children, and mommy's coming back and mommy's going to chastise you and you're going to get punished. But you're supposed to vote against your own economic interests to make Michelle and Barack happy and their 4 mansions.
It's absolutely degrading. And black men are sick of being reduced to being expected to think with our skin color. We have seen how terrible the Obama, Biden, Harris trilogy has been for our country. It has completely demoralized our country. And quite frankly, Obama has no credibility, because this is the same man who heavily endorsed Joe Biden. And we all can feel in our pockets, and we can see it for sure at our border, just how terrible the Biden-Harris administration has been for our country. And Obama admitted himself back in an interview with Steve Colbert that if he could, he would run our country from an earpiece down in the basement. And it wouldn't surprise me if that's exactly what he's doing.
Now, Xavier, Anton, the media are really pushing Obama to be the, rescue agent for Kamala's campaign. Watch this.
Barack Obama, with joy and with humor, is able to sort of get through to an audience that it's not okay to lie. Mm-hmm. It's not okay to sell the presidency. It's not okay to be a narcissist and to have the reins of the presidency.
Anton, so Kamala's joy campaign isn't really working. So Obama's going to come in, and again, you're supposed to make less money in real terms, right, and be happy with it. to make Obama and like MSNBC happy? I don't understand this argument.
They took the same blueprint that got Obama elected, and he was a first for us, right? So our grandparents and our parents and things like that wanted to see this happen, but they were largely voting out of ignorance and voluntary ignorance because they only wanted that identity politics in order to push him through into the presidency. But admittedly, where he was charismatic, she isn't. And so we can see through her. She's a chameleon. When they unleashed her and they allowed for her to be able to take reporters' questions and things like that, it showed that she was completely incompetent. And frankly, not only do we feel disrespected, but I'm uncomfortable with Obama standing in front of us trying to scold us and then divert our attention away from the things that's really meaningful, especially for our families. I'm not comfortable with him. I don't want to hear any more messages of hope. I don't want to hear any more messages of joy. I can feel it with my pocketbooks. My friends can feel it with their pocketbooks. And we're ready for him to get out of our way.
I mean, Xavier, I saw something on YouTube. I think it was yesterday, or maybe it was Instagram. But it was a young man, African-American, and he was talking about the price of food. And I think he was at some fast food place. I can't remember what. I think it might have been McDonald's. But just the nuts and bolts, when you go through just what a Happy Meal costs, the differential in simple things that families like to treat themselves to, that's shocking. Like in Obama, that doesn't affect him. It doesn't affect Hillary. It doesn't affect Trump. But Trump somehow has that ability to say, that's not acceptable in America. Yep. But they think Obama's charm is going to override daily life for people. The charm offensive from him, it's not 2008 anymore longer.
I can't emphasize enough that being a young Black voter, it feels like the Democrats are constantly trying to gaslight me about my own reality. I know how expensive food is. I know how expensive gas is. And I know how many illegal immigrants are running around in Los Angeles. We are sick and tired of being expected to feel good with Barack Obama, or now they're trying to put the ovarian version of Barack Obama up there and tell us that she is talented. She is absolutely not talented. And on behalf of Black men, it's not that we're opposed to having a female president, because Miss Ingram, I would love to vote for you if you ever decide to run.
Only if you guys are in my cabinet. That's the only way I'm going to do it. Xavier and Anton, thanks for spending time with us on a Friday night. We appreciate it.
Click here to subscribe to the.
So again, folks, I told you, I've been watching videos all day, and the luster, I talked to the Arena Uncensored, the luster is gone. The pixie dust has worn off, and people don't give a care about this hope and joy, this warm, fuzzy feeling. No, because people are struggling, okay? And I love it. There is hope. James said, as I said a few weeks ago, the dollar menu is now $3.50. Woo! Okay, James. Yes, Arena Uncensored, we talked about that. It's played out. He's not reading the room properly. How you doing, Aurelius? Blessings to you. And thank God. People are hurting so much. They don't want to hear that crap. And if he cared about his quote unquote brothers so much, he has how many mansions? I don't see you inviting. Let some of your brothers go up to Martha's Vineyard. They wouldn't even make it to the driveway. They'd be arrested and thrown in jail. So get out of here with that brother crap. Arena Uncensored, Obama's time is over. Yes, it is. But he doesn't realize it. She said exactly what I said. This is not 2008 anymore. And I wanted to play that video for you because here, those of you who've been here on the channel for a while, we've been saying that. Everything that Anton Daniels said, we've been saying that. No one cares about this warm, fuzzy feeling. So what? It's Obama. No one cares. James said pot and pixie dust are legal in New York City now. James. Okay. Yes, Measured Man. They're just, I don't know. How you doing, Sherry? What about his chef, Sherry? Badgerton, and Betty Boop, how are you? Yes, he's patronizing. I'm glad people are seeing through him. Now they're finally seeing through him. You're right. Now with her, with the Kamala, she's real transparent. You can see right through her that it's fake. Now with Obama, people are just really waking up and understanding. You know, he's just as fake. We couldn't see. He wasn't as transparent as she is. But now people don't want to hear it. And like I said, I hope and pray someone will stand up. How you doing, Sister Blackfoot? I hope and pray someone will stand up and say, sir, respectfully, and just tell why you're not voting for her, which you don't have to, but I'm saying, since it seems that he's totally out of touch. How you doing, King Ben? Tell him why you're not, and then see what he says. Tell him. Andrew, I would have voted for Kamala if she picked Smollett for VP. Andrew. Sherry. Oh, yeah. Tafari Campbell's body was found in the water. Oh, yeah, Sherry. Yeah, they hush about that, right? Measured Man. Saw the pizzas going into the White House. Shop Girl. Why isn't Kamala debunking her family tree issues? Shop Girl. She's not saying anything. CNN's not saying anything. The MSNBC, none of those news, the major news, they're not saying a word. And you know, if something like this had come out on Trump, they'd be covering it 24/7. You know it just like I do. Rosby, you're new to the channel. If you go back and look, when I started this series, about almost a year ago, I said there's a great awakening that's happening. And as it relates to Black Democrats, I said the veil is being lifted. And like I said earlier, go talk to all the Black and Hispanic people that she locked up in California. She doesn't have a lot of, she's having problems with Hispanic voters as well. So go talk to all those people that were wrongfully prosecuted so she could help the prison industrial complex. Go talk to these people. If you have policies that have benefited people, you wouldn't be struggling like you're struggling. I'm just saying. Andrew, how isn't Kamala a racist, sexist, homophobe, picking an old straight white man instead? Andrew, okay. Measured Man, they aren't mentioning her parents came to the U.S. wealthy. Her mom paid cash for her PhD and then cash for their education. Right. But when she talks, she's always trying to make it seem like I'm just a regular person like you. No, you're not. Just like Obama, when he was talking to those Black men, brothers. Come on. Go take a long walk on a short pier. Stop it. You don't have anything in common with these quote unquote brothers that you're talking to. You're a multimillionaire. You have how many what is he have? 4 mansions? I think that's what they said on Fox News. What could you possibly have in common with these people who are struggling financially and you're not? But you're telling them to vote for Kamala Harris because you want a 4th term. Tell the truth. No, exactly, Dorian. Joanne, when it represents our voice and opinions, then hit the thumbs up on the video so your voice will be heard in YouTube. Thank you, Joanne. Yeah. If I could get more people to hit that little thumb, we could share this out. Yes, MC. He's throwing Kamala under the bus in his state of cognitive decline. He is throwing her under the bus. I guess he's like, whatever. Sister Blackfoot. Mrs. Harris needs to stop playing with people's lives out there. Sister Blackfoot, she doesn't give a care. It's not affecting her, but you're absolutely right. Yes, James, those brothers grew up in Hawaii smoking pot too and surfing. Yeah. So now, again, when he or Kamala is talking to, thank you so much, Shop Girl. Yes. Shop Girl, share this on all of your social media pages. I appreciate that. When he's talking to Black people, and I told you, if you haven't had the luxury of taking a psychology class and you have some free time, please, one of the best college classes I would ever enrolled in. If you read people's body language, look at their facial expressions. That's going to tell you all you need to know. You don't necessarily have to listen to everything that comes out of their mouth. Look at that. Look at that body language. The video I did on Oprah, when Oprah had Scamala, she was interviewing her. And Oprah tried her best. Go back and look at that video. I want you to look at Oprah's body language, but you could tell she didn't say what she wanted to say, but she looked like she wanted to say, come on, I'm trying to help you here. Come on. Measured Man, he said she had the power to do everything I could do. I gave her authority too. Obama is still having a yes, we can moment after 16 years. Dorian and his time is come and gone, and he doesn't even realize it. No one's listening to him. Skamala, yes, shop girl, she's a scam. One day she's black. One day she's Indian. I don't know what she'll be tomorrow. Shop girl, you weren't here. I started singing the Culture Club song from 1983. Come a chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. And the next thing I knew, Monique told me she had been to some other YouTube channels. They were singing it too, Karma Chameleon. You heard it here first. Donovan, how are you? We told them that Kamala is an empty suit. Share, share, share. Yes, Donovan, please share. Trish, how are you? Yes, shop girl. Joey, okay, gotta go. That's okay, Joey. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Yes, Jesse. What do chameleons do? They change according to the environment they're in. I teach about natural selection. It's for survival. That's what she does. It just depends on the environment. Go back. Look at how she talks when she's talking to a crowd of white people. Look at how she talks when she talks to a crowd of black. It's totally different. Compare it to Obama. They are identical. I think someone said it earlier. She's the female version of Obama. They do the same thing. Same tactics. Dorian, imagine people still supporting Kamala because Obama told them, or they just don't like Trump. Yeah, Dorian, that's stupid. Why would you vote against your own best interest? Trish said, agreed, 100%. And that's all I'm saying, people. If you vote policy, I don't care. The Democrats are still running up. Those of you just coming in, hit the like button. What happened in Saginaw, Michigan? Some a white Trump supporter jumped on a black Trump supporter, and it's all over social media. These black Democrats are loving it. Shouldn't have been there, and they call him coons and all other kinds of names I can't mention here. And they were happy and saying he should not have been there in the first place. And they don't even know what really happened. I did some research. The black man was selling Trump paraphernalia, so was the white man, but they made it seem like they jumped on him because he was black. We know they're pulling out all stops, people. Dorian said, I can't get over the fact that Kamala brings out Magic Johnson in again, another millionaire. I'm not listening to what he's saying. He's not going through what the average American is going through. I'm not listening to him. Jesse, yep, I see. You did see the video. How you doing, the Bill, ABC TV? And so again, we've talked about the Democrats. They will stop at nothing. Obama wants a fourth term. He's not giving up so easily. But Dorian said, love or hate him, Trump has more people with him than ever. And like I told you, and I talked to the Arena Uncensored on the phone today. It's not so much, Trump didn't have to really do anything. He didn't have to go out here in these black communities, actively campaigning. It's what the Democrats did to America. And all of us who have more than 2 brain cells realize what they've done. They've destroyed this country. And you want 4 more years of that? Not me. Shop girl, Kamala, explain Grandma Barrow. How did you take a picture with her when she died before you were born? Shop girl, I did a video on that. That Candace Owens, she exposed it. Yeah, that picture she took. You have Photoshop. She got that picture. That lady died in 1960. You're absolutely right. That picture of Kamala was from the 80s. Photoshop, they put it together. Boom, instant grandmother. Then, of course, Candace showed us the real grandmother. She's white. Stop it. So all these black people running around here in America talking about we have to support Kamala. She's the first black female president. Why are you calling her black and she's not calling herself black? That's stupid. I don't get that. She had the opportunity when CNN interviewed her and asked her, and she said, next question. She didn't say, yes, I'm black and proud. Yeah. No, next question. And you're still supporting that? Get out of here. Badgerton. Oh, yeah, she was only 39. That lady, she's probably the hired help is what Candace said. You know, she thinks that's probably what it was. Oh, yeah, Candace exposed it. Jesse, if you understand it, I'll give you my phone number. Maybe you can call and explain it to me because I am lost on that situation. I am totally lost. I don't get that. I don't. And then you see there are a lot of people in the Indian community, you know, like from India. And when she was out, when she first started campaigning, they were really behind her, you know. But then here in America, they're trying to push the narrative that she's black. And every time I hear people say that, she's not. Love or hate Candace? Candace is on the front line. Yes, and she exposed it. I'm still waiting for MSNBC or CNN. No one's saying anything about it. Not a word. Jesse, you've been warning people about who, hon, since 2018, 2019. Yes, Dorian. He's just doing what, you know. Again, people that listen to millionaires tell them who to vote. Go get your brain checked out. Sister Blackfoot. She's putting collard greens in the bathtub. And I don't know, all the years I've lived, I don't know anyone of any race or ethnicity that's ever done that. That's crazy. And I've never cooked any in my life because I don't care about them that much. But I've known people that have cooked them, and that's the first time I ever heard of that. Oh, okay, Jesse, you've been warning people about her. Okay. Mary, the other day, I was buying groceries and had to decide what I could afford. There was a group of migrants, had 3 shopping carts. Yes, Mary, they don't have to worry about anything. Those are Biden's migrants. They get everything for free on the taxpayer's dime. How you doing? I love weed. How are you? Oh yeah, you like my Rolling Stone hat? You know that's my favorite rock group. Start Me Up. Yes, thanks for the super chat, love. Yeah, I've been to see them in concert. When I was in college, I went to see them in concert. I also went to London and bought a bunch of Rolling Stone paraphernalia. So you know I'm a fan. Big fan. Jay Lee, oh my God. No one I ever knew put greens in a nasty bathtub. Jay Lee, she's just making it up as she goes. All right, I love weed. I'm spamming the comment section with hearts for you for the super chat. Thank you, love. So yeah, Dorian, I got called a Trump supporter by my family because I don't agree with them, and they support Kamala because they just don't like Trump. And they don't like him, but Dorian, depending on their financial situation, why would they vote for someone? It's gonna make it worse for them financially. Oh yeah, shop girl. Oh, I miss you. Dorian, Kamala, feed them collard greens to your White House husband. Yeah. And they just like with Obama, I was telling when I was talking to the Arena Uncensored earlier, he was crafted, packaged, and sold to us as a black man. That's the same. Look at it, folks. They're doing the same thing with Kamala, except people are smarter now. People are doing more research now. It's not going to work. Culture Mix, how are you, love? Everyone in here, hit that like button. We're almost to 100 likes. Oh yeah, okay. I love we're always glad when you're here. We're talking about what's going on, all of the gaslighting, the hoodwinking, how they're trying to trick Americans into voting for a cosplaying black woman just for votes. And they're not doing anything for American people. This is a pro-American channel. Aurelius, Kamala knows how to make greens, but not only the Indian way. Oh, wow. Yeah. And so that's what it's all about, folks. This channel loves everyone, but take care of Americans, especially if you're paying the kind of taxes, income taxes that I'm paying. Spend that on Americans. Maybe I won't be so upset. How you doing, Judy? Yeah, you caught another live. I sent you some hearts. And that's all I'm saying. I don't like paying the income taxes that I pay, but at least I can sleep better at night if you spend it on American citizens. And, right, I love weed, $5 for eggs. And honey, I normally buy honey because I like to put honey in my tea. That's $12 and change. That's crazy. Trish, America first. Yes. Yes, Culture Mix. I will help you. Where are we? Judy. Yes, Judy. Exactly. That's all this channel's about. America first, people. Joey, can't stop watching. Rolling. Will you marry me? Yes, Joey. You better come get me before it's too late. Yes, can't stop. Okay. Come get me. I'm in North Carolina, Spring Lake, North Carolina. I got a marriage proposal. Woohoo! I'm ahead of the game. Yeah. Come and get me before I marry Mick Jagger. Woo! That's what I said in high school. I told all my friends I was going to marry Mick Jagger. I was listening now. I told you I'm a Generation Xer, so I have cassettes. I even have a few albums. Woo! Andrew. Yes, Andrew. Good. Glad you're here. Oh, wow. Yeah. Joey, I'm glad you can't stop watching, hon. I hope you've learned something new. I love weed. You're still laughing at me. Yeah. Fridge Reaver, you can't marry just one. You got to marry. Fridge Reaver, you have to fly over to America. Or I'll have to leave the country if I'm going to be married to more than one person. Oh, so they don't throw me in jail. Woo! So I have to marry. I have 2 marriage proposals. Woohoo! How you doing, Callie? Bathtub Callie. Callie, I know. And people were laughing. Black Americans thought that, that was some, a term of endearment for them. She's laughing at you. And I wish I could be a fly on the wall to hear what she's telling her husband when they're, in their home at night, probably saying, those stupid people. Ha, 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 laugh. She ha, 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 laughs all the time. Ha, I'm fooling them. I tell them I'm black and they believe it. Ha, 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 ha. Get out of here. Richard, you're younger than Mick Jagger. Yay. Perfect. No, it wasn't, James. David Bowie. Woo. I Love Weed said Mick is first in line and he's second. That's right. I always love Mick Jagger. Where are we? Jesse. Jesse said, like a witch. Jesse, you still talking about Kamala. Yeah, she does laugh like that. I just wish I could be a fly on the wall. Oh my God. This has been great. If you haven't yet, please hit that. Yes, please hit that like button. That would be great for me, love. Shot, can you imagine her giggling and speaking to the military? Can you imagine her speaking to Putin or any of these other world leaders ask her a question. Now, you know how she is. When you ask her a question that she doesn't want to answer, she'll say next question, or she'll just start laughing and won't give you an answer. You can't do that if you're the president of America. You can't do that. Right, Jesse? It was an insult, but they're up there laughing like it's okay. Look at all the things she says. Could you imagine if Trump said half of the things that she said? They would lambast him. Badgerton, did you see the Tucker interview with the lawyer who used to work with Kamala? Which one, Badgerton? I've seen a lot. If you're talking about the one where they were talking about all the people that quit or was fired working for her, Judy, then you could end with a smaller group of guests. Just use the toilet bowl. It's easier to clean the tub. Oh, yes, Judy. Woo! Yeah, she's just gonna cackle. That's it. That's about it. Yeah. And so again, people, we see, love you too. I love weed. I'll see you on Mark Holmes' channel probably tomorrow for the Cowboys playing Detroit. I'll be on the channel, but I'm not watching that game. I'm too scared about the outcome. Badgerton, the Indian lawyer who talked about Kamala's rise up the ranks. Oh, Badgerton, I don't think I've seen that, but I have seen other videos on that situation. Yes, love. Oh boy. James, he doesn't care. All she does is dodge questions. Yeah. But you want me, like, and those of you, some of you are new here for the first time. They tell black people, just shut up and vote. Don't ask her any questions. How? That's not very democratic. Just shut up and vote. Don't ask questions. Shop Girl, I do have t-shirts. I don't have a store. That's why I need to retire from teaching so I can devote all my time to my YouTube channel, right? Shop Girl, send me an email. LSIBERT at, I'm sending it to you now, ymail.com. That's an L, not an I there at the beginning, okay? Shop Girl, does that answer your question, love? A realist, I hope so. I'm afraid. Detroit scares me. They're angry because we beat them last year. And we have so many injuries. I don't know. Isaiah, great podcast. Thank you, love. Okay, thank you so much, Isaiah. Shop Girl, yeah, that's LSIBERT. And if you do send me an email, I'll let you know I got it. A lot of people think it's an I, so make sure that very first letter is a lowercase L. Okay, James. That's fine. Where are we? All right, I'll let everyone go. We didn't quite make it to 100 likes, but we're close. Please make sure you're here tomorrow, folks. As I said, I will have a whole panel of guests from Chicago, and they are going to give you the lowdown nitty-gritty on these crooks in Chicago and everything they're doing for the illegals and how they're just letting Americans go without. We don't have any money for you. Richard, they have a new Air Force 3, a double-seater broom for Halloween for the vice president to get to event. Richard, love it. Mary, why no one ever mentions her affair, but always mentions Trump? And Mary, that's what happens when people come on here talking about Trump, this, that, and the other with his extramarital affairs. I said, look, you don't say anything about her. You're willing to forgive her, but there's no forgiveness for him. I don't want to hear that. Jesse, right, nothing democratic about it in this whole selection. No, the Democrats are not democratic at all in anything. Sister Blackfoot, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jesse. Shop girl, exactly. When the Democrats do something, oh, it's okay. When the Republicans or conservatives do something, oh, it's a whole different ballgame. Exactly. All right, can we get 4 more likes, people? All we need is 4 more likes, and I'm out of here. 4 more likes. And again, where are we? Aurelius and Rosby and Shop Girl. Shop Girl, you need to check out that video I did. The video from last night. OMG. I'm going to drop that link for you, and then I'm going to let everyone go enjoy the rest of their Saturday night there. Did you get it, Shop Girl? Okay, join me later for Frontline Black News. I think you subbed the channel already. Jesse, drop your channel link so people can sub you up. Okay? Sometimes I forget people still waking up. Yeah. Jesse Paris, yeah. Send your channel link, love, so we can sub you up. Okay? All right. We are getting ready to get out of here. I don't want to wear you out too much. King Shaw, how are you, love? I just sent you a few hearts in the chat section. It'll be fine, King Shaw. He will. Okay? I'm going to let us go. All right. We're over 100 likes. I love it. Please, please, please. I would love all of your support here tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have a full panel of guests from Chicago, and they are doing an excellent job. They are holding Mayor Brandon Johnson's feet to the fire. They are holding that city council's feet to the fire. I love it. They are not backing down, and I love it. Jay Lee, best to you in chat. Yes, make sure, please, make sure. Shop Girl, send me that email, love. Jesse, yes, I'll come on your show later tonight if you're going to be live. I'll do that for you. Peace and love to all of you. I thank you for spending your very valuable time here at the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. Share this video. Any of my videos, you want to clip them, use them on your channel, have at it. I don't care. Enjoy. I've enjoyed all of you. And I hope to see you tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know where I'm going now. I'm going straight to the comments section. Okay, Andrew, I'll be voting next week, hopefully. I think that's when early voting starts here in North Carolina. So all of you stay safe, stay vigilant. And I'm coming straight to the comments section, and I'll stay there and talk to you as long as you're there. And thank you again for spending your very valuable time at the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. Have a good evening, and I'll see you in the comment section. All right, there we go. All right.